As you said, both sitting on a similar win rate here. Gingey with 50% there. And a 48% precision. Impressive stuff. But yeah, as you said, for the amount of matches they've played, their win rates are really similar. So nice stuff. They both kind of want to move up here. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. Really similar win rates. Exactly the same precision rate. And almost exactly the same guess time as well. So very similar stats, similar play styles, I would say. These are both players who favor no movement NPC. So we might see some quick guesses in the moving game. But I also know Gingey has been practicing a good amount of moving recently, so we'll see. Maybe he'll do some more time taking in this one. But again, very, very similar experiences so far for each of these players. And I think that, yeah, this is going to be a very tightly contested match.
I think it will be. Should be really fun. Gingey, that America's regional winner. And, you know, he's doing pretty well. He's got 21 points, 14 matches, but I will say in some capacity, performing a little less than people expected. So we'll see what happens here. We get straight into round one. It's Gingey Sadziu. Gingey, even though it's moving, did not move around, is already zoomed into where he wants to guess. And
yeah, you wouldn't know it's moving. But Sadziu, probably going to be in a similar area. One of these, it's going to be one of these lakes in southern New Zealand, but we'll see if I can get the right one.
Gingey,
right one.
What in the world?
Who needs to move? Not this
Who
guy.
needs it? Not Gingey. Insane guess, gets the road right, but didn't even zoom in enough to actually be on the road, but definitely what he was looking to guess. Great way to start. Round two now.
This urban Brazil. There's so much urban Brazil in this moving map, I feel like.
There is.
Honestly, I'm not sure there's a single more helpful set of information to learn than Brazilian area codes for this map, because there have been so many rounds where they've come in handy.
Oh, wow. It's going to be just border Bahia, Espírito Santo, and Sadziu will be closer. Gingey didn't look around at all.
It was Gingey who guessed first. Again, really surprising that in an urban round he wouldn't go look for an area code. He just kind of tried to vibe guess, but in that case, didn't really work out for him. He was 800 kilometers away and drops over 2,000 points.
Yeah, if I had to make an educated guess on why he's doing that, we've seen in some previous games earlier in the league that he has opted to move around. But being a player who's not very comfortable with moving, I think maybe today he's decided, you know what? I'm not going to try and move. It's not what I'm good at. Let me just make these quick guesses, and maybe it'll pay off. We'll see if it does, though. Sadziu with a quick lead. He's got to follow Gingey's fast plonk on round 3.
Yeah, maybe it's just an overall strategy change from G. Oh my goodness, Sadziu.
And Sadziu gets the town?
I don't know if he had something or if that was just an insane guess, but wow.
Wow, that is crazy. Gingey now on 1,400 health, and it's only round 4.
Strategy not working so far, apparently, for Gingey. Again, like, against somebody who's like an experienced moving player, I would expect Gingey to make fast guesses, but Sadziu is more of a no-move player anyway, so he still feels, you know, he's still in his comfort zone even when Gingey guesses fast, and I think we're seeing that here. Sadziu he's not panicking, he's taking the time that he has, and he's outguessing Gingey so far.
He is. Round 4 seems to be a Philippines.
It does. Oh, Central Visayas. Okay, that's a region, which is helpful. It includes like Panay, or I think it's mostly Negros Cebu kind of area, which is where Gingey zoomed in on. Normally you get provinces, not regions in the Philippines, but regions are still helpful. But it's a similar guess from Sadziu. I think he's in Eastern Visayas, but he's pretty close. Oh, Gingey moved to Leyte as well.
They're right on top of each other there. It is just going to be on the island of Cebu, I think, there.
Yep.
262 down to Sadziu's health, but Gingey on the ropes.
Certainly. But, again, we've seen crazier comebacks than this. And, oh boy, it's Polish. This is good for Sadziu. He might even be able to win here on his home turf.
Let's see.
Does he have a
Very
town?
specific town.
He's got an area code. It was 062, I think, is an area code, which I think Poznan is 062, if I'm not mistaken. So
he guesses it.
He may be pretty close here. Gingey's going to need to make an okay guess to survive here. He's pretty far away.
South. Yeah, he's pretty far. This is probably going to be some pretty big points, especially if Sadziu's right, but he's not. It's in between them. That'll deal a big hit to Gingey's health, but he is alive.
I don't remember if it's maybe Poznania's like 061, or maybe it's just a really large area. I'm not quite sure, but Gingey a little bit fortunate that it ended up being down there because he survives to see another round.
And a quick Estonia round will deal a little more damage to Gingey and just take us to round 7.
He's alive. He's just alive. Again, all it takes is one round. He can get all those points back. He's doing just about what he needs to do to stay in this. It's another Baltic round. Just the instant guess.
Latvia guess.
It is going to be Latvia. I wonder if Sadziu can win, though.
Oh,
it's close.
I think he might on that. He
No.
doesn't. Gingey's on 50 health.
Oh my goodness. What are we seeing? Imagine if we see the comeback here.
With round 8, 4.5 times multiplier, Gingey could do it. He does a quick pan around, and he's just going to make a quick guess. He's going Iceland. It looks like it. Guess it's a specific town north.
Like Akureyri, looks like we have mountains east and west, so I think it probably is Akureyri. So I think
Sadziu going there too.
Yeah.
They're both right on it. Gingey's closer. It's going to take us to round 9 with Gingey on 50 health. 9 damage going to round 9.
this is crazy. Sadziu, he's just been more consistent throughout the game, but like we said, all it takes like Mexico
Gingey's
absolutely
a
make the difference.
very good Mexico player.
Instantly goes Monterrey. I don't know if that's just a vibe guess or if he saw something written, but pressure is on Sadziu right now.
He's going sort of close by, but farther south, and it's way
Wow.
farther south. Sadziu, with a more south guess, will win on that.
The longer that went on, the faster Gingey played. He picked up the pace and kept on doing it. But Sadziu kept his cool, made good guesses, and just outlasted him.
He did it. We saw the insanely impressive guess round 1 from Gingey, and then Sadziu just went on a tear, taking us to no moving. 360 panorama, no moving up and down the road anymore. Not that will change much for Gingey's playstyle.
Nope. He wasn't
No, it will
doing
not.
a whole lot of moving anyway, so I think he'll be happy with this mode switch. But again, Sadziu, an excellent no-moving player as well. These players very evenly matched, so it all comes down to what the rounds are. And again, like we said, Gingey maybe didn't make the best Mexico guess in that last one, but he is a great Mexico player, and now that he is able to take his time, we might see a better guess from him.
Yeah, we'll see. He really is taking his time here, which is surprising. So, has a guess down, has a pin in, hasn't locked it in. Let's see. He just lets the timer run out, and he's on
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just saying he's one of the best Mexico players in the world. This is what he needed in the last round. But he does it in no move, a great way to start.
That is what I would call a better guess there.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Unbelievable.
Now, I think Uruguay, yeah. Gingey immediately clicking the coast. There is some water nearby, and maybe the vegetation is more coastal. But Sadziu opting to go more in the center of the country.
Yeah. Sadziu now seems pretty far west, I think, if I saw that right.
Yeah, now he is. I think they might just be looking at that body of water. It might just be a river.
I think it does look like a river, so Gingey actually on the south coast. I don't know how I feel about it. He's moving. He's looking around now. Debating the Uruguay River.
Yeah. Sadziu seeing if he can find the hotel, but probably isn't in the right town. Hard to say where we're going to be, though.
Gingey moves a little farther north now. Realizes probably not the ocean. Kind of slightly more central now, and it's just far northeast.
It's the Brazilian border.
Wow. Crazy little location there. Does extend Gingey's lead though, but it's not too big. With the multis racking up, still anybody's game.
I would guess maybe Dakota's here. Gingey has the same vibe here. Rolling hills, kind of empty plains. Makes a lot of sense for this area. But still not easy, and it's still quite a big area, so we could see some damage.
Definitely possible. Sadziu. Colorado-Nebraska border. Gingey, South Dakota.
Yeah, I could see a Nebraska here too, for sure.
Let's see. I mean, US is really big, so even neighboring states can be big points. It is Nebraska. Sadziu,
Yeah.
a little closer. Gonna be a little bit of a comeback there. Is it enough to take the lead? It isn't. We're on a 22-point game now.
Yep, nice guess from Sadziu getting the state there. There's not very much to go off of there. And here we have Malaysia. Gingey thinks. I could see that for sure. Not immediately obvious on the country. Looks like he's hesitating a bit, but seems like he likes Malaysia.
Seems so, Sadziu.
Do we have
Gotta
black
open the map.
stickers on the polls? We might. I
Yeah, hard to tell.
can't tell.
I'm not seeing any particularly, so...
I'm not sure Sadziu is either. He looks a little bit perplexed. Gingey is sticking with Malaysia here. We'll see. I mean, who knows what Sadziu's thinking right now. He's going Indonesia.
Going Indonesia. He's southern Sumatra and Lampung.
Yeah, I'm honestly not
South
totally
Sumatra.
sure what this is.
Oh, wow.
This is a huge difference.
Huge differences here. It is going to be mainland Malaysia and Gingey going to deal 4,160 points of damage, putting Sadziu on 1,000 health. Wow.
Big guess from Gingey there. He did have his pin in the west for part of that round too. If he had guessed in the west, I think he would have won right there. But Sadziu stays alive, lives to see another round, and it's not an easy one.
Definitely not an easy one, but he's thinking Mexico, and he has a guess in too. Sadziu, again, yet to open the map. We're seeing that Gingey speed here. And he is so good at Mexico. We saw it earlier in this no-move game. Is he going to pull it off again? 30 seconds left now. He locks it in. Sadziu, the pressure's on. You've got 10 seconds. He's debating Indonesia and Mexico. Thanks for letting us know what you're thinking, Sadziu. Will you now get it right?
Is he going to go Indo? He is going to go Indo. And Gingey, 26 kilometers.
What in the world, Gingey?
Wow. Oh my god, the Mexico guesses from Gingey are insane. Wow.
Unreal. And you see his face cam too. Light work, no reaction from Gingey. Look at him. So calm, so collected. We're gonna get an MPZ. Guys, it's no moving, panning, or zooming. This is our tiebreaker. One still singular image is all they get. What can they do with it? Let's see it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, insane Mexico guesses from Gingey in that no-move game.
Yeah. Unreal.
Now we have NPC. Both players good NPC players. Sadziu has won 5 out of 7 so far, and Gingey's won 2 out of 4. So, but their round win percentage is basically identical. So, oh my
wow.
gosh! Oh my gosh!
Gingey missed to Mexico.
How the tables have turned.
Wow. The tables have turned. How the turntables.
I mean, the Mexico-Colombia coin flip is one of the toughest coin flips in GeoGuessr, especially in NMPZ. They can be so tough to tell apart, and yeah, you saw that in action there.
Very difficult. Now Gingey's on the ropes just like that. We're only on round 2 NMPZ. Both in Ukraine. Opposite sides of that main river there. Gingey far west. Let's see it. It is far west. Gingey, that's a comeback. 1.5 times damage. Gonna deal 1,500 points there. Sadziu, still a big lead.
Yep, well, it's good for Gingey to hit back there. He's behind. He knows he needs to make the comeback, but he's certainly capable.
Certainly capable. We spawn in on the next round, round 3. The still singular image. Gingey thinking Quebec. Sadziu leaning into the monitor. Trying to see anything he can. All you've got's a dirt road and trees. That's it. Clear blue skies.
Yep. I mean, I like the Canada guess. We have quite a wide road, which works for North America, and the vegetation feels quite cold, quite northern. So I do like Canada, but again, even if it is Canada, it's obviously a huge country, so who knows where within it we are. And Sadziu, I mean, who knows? He might be thinking Canada, or he might be thinking something completely different.
Yeah. Sadziu, you got 10 seconds left.
Gingey considering Manitoba. Sadziu still has not opened the map.
Oh, he
and
opens
he's gonna go Europe.
He's going
It's in
North Finland. A Finland and a Canada. And
Yep.
it is Quebec, Canada, Gingey on it. That's gonna be crazy way to come back after round 1. He's gonna take NMPZ on round 3.
Wow, a 3-rounder. What a crazy game. Very back and forth. Again, definitely fortunate for Gingey that the multiplier